What's up? Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing. Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing
with your hosts,
Andy Mattis,
Pascal Kurz. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Today's episode will be about which platform should I choose when I start my affiliate business. Now, we've seen that talking to loads and loads of people. I think we're probably at like around 5 or 10,000 people, between 5 and 10,000 people we've spoken to, and we've seen a pattern in people not knowing. So I get this. So I want to do affiliate marketing, right? I want to do this. So what platform should I start with? There's YouTube, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Facebook. What should I do? I'm confused. I'm overwhelmed. And this is the question that we want to answer in this episode. Now, I think what we will do is we will walk you through each of those and give our opinions on it. We are not using all of them ourselves, but just our experiences so far. So I guess we're probably going to start with Facebook. So yeah, Andy, like, would you start with the Facebook one? What about Facebook? Should I start with Facebook? You're muted.
Yeah, this is like an interesting topic because, like, obviously there is no right or wrong, which one to start with. There's pros and cons to every platform. So I wouldn't just say, right, okay, you need to start with Facebook. Facebook's like my personal favorite to kind of get started with. That's where I started. But like, it really kind of depends on, what you want to start with. The important thing is to just pick one and run with it. All of the social media platforms work. Facebook is probably one of the fastest platforms for you to start growing your business and get some wins. And Facebook's been proven up until like people making like 8-9 figures, right? So yeah, Facebook's quite like a sort of like a pretty good quick platform for some like quick wins. So yeah, have you got anything else to kind of add on this one, or?
Yeah, like, just to think about it, I think there's like around 2.8 billion daily Facebook users. So for the people who are saying, oh my God, affiliate marketing is such a saturated niche, or whatever I'm doing, it's so saturated. I can't go with it. Like, think about it, 2.8 billion daily users. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and I just want to attack that. Saturation, there's no such thing as saturation, okay? That's just a limiting belief that people carry around. Like, it's something that I used to believe as well. The way you want to look at it is, the more people that there are, the more opportunity that there is. There's new people entering space every single day. There's people leaving the space every single day. The opportunity out there is unlimited, okay? And if you're constantly thinking of, the competition, then that's just kind of like your mind playing tricks on you. It's a limiting belief. There's an infinite amount of people out there. Doesn't matter how many people. If there's a lot of people, like, think of it like this: if there's a lot of people in, like, let's say affiliate marketing, for example, that is a good sign that there is a lot of money to be made, right? You just need to be able to position yourself differently to the masses in order to kind of get your message out there. So yeah, never look at saturation. Never look at, there's loads of people doing this already, there's no way I can come in here and make money. It's just a limiting belief. Anyone can do it, but having the right mindset towards it. I just wanted to kind of throw that in there as you kind of mentioned it. So
right, yeah. Good point. Right, so I think the next thing we'll go into is a podcast. And now I've started my own podcast, and we are starting this podcast. So there's like two different kinds of podcasts. You can do like audio only podcasts or video podcasts and do like the audio version of it. just how do you say, convert the MP4 to MP3. The thing about podcasts in like the usual sense of doing like podcasts on, I don't know, like Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and Spotify and all those platforms is just like YouTube, it takes a lot of time for you to get like traction and get people listening. Like I started, for example, I started my podcast around a year ago, and I have like over 12,000 plays right now. Now, this is not like, I don't know if this is average or whatever, it is just my experience. Could be more depending on, like, it depends on SEO, so search engine optimization, how well you basically use the Google algorithms, so search type things when people type in affiliate marketing podcast, stuff like this, and your thing will show them. So it is a good platform to start with. Like we said, all of them work, and we've gotten like some really good leads, like high quality leads from the podcast. The thing is, though, always keep in mind it will take quite some time for you to get some results with it. That's not a bad thing necessarily, but if you want, let's say, if you want to make, or if you have to make 2,000 in the next 6 months, then I will probably not be looking into the podcast thing. Anything to add there?
Yeah, so it's like, you're quite big on podcasts. I'm still fairly kind of new to the podcast and stuff, but yeah, like you said, it's just kind of like, if that's your thing, then run with it. It's the same with like YouTube, right? YouTube is an amazing platform, right? But you don't, like, some people's channels like kind of blow up like straight away, but YouTube, you need to be very consistent with your publishing for a period of time, usually for people's channel to really sort of gain traction. Once you've got that traction there, it's amazing. It's essentially kind of like digital real estate, because those videos will continue to work for years on end. So when people talk about like the passive income, like that's something that can happen from like YouTube. And I just want to put this out there, because a lot of people, there's a lot of like, shitty marketing out there, like, oh, make passive income. Like, passive income, it does happen, but it requires work. Okay, like, don't ever step into affiliate marketing thinking that you can just create passive income without putting in much energy. You're not, investing something, leaving it there for a week, and then it's going to spit a bunch of cash out. You actually have to put the work in. But yeah, like, as long as you're kind of committed, I don't recommend anyone even coming into this space unless they're actually committed to doing the work.
Yeah.
Whatever space you go into, you're going to have to put in the work. So if podcast is one less for you, and you're willing to kind of put in the work consistently, then go ahead. You've got like 12,000 views on your podcast. And if I remember right, you may have done it like a little bit more, but it's pretty much just been kind of like once a week, I think, isn't it? You're posting on there?
3 times a week.
3 times a week. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's increased. It was originally, it was once a week, wasn't it? I think.
It was one, like, at first I started with one every day for like 2.5 months, and then I switched to once a week, and now I've gone back to 3 times a week again.
3 times a week, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's just like consistency in publishing.
Yeah.
So you stay consistent with your publishing. Over time, things then start to compound. And I'm pretty sure I saw like a few weeks ago, you were at like 10,000 views, and now you're telling me you're at 12.
Yeah.
So that's starting to compound with the listeners who are obviously kind of tuning into your channel as you start to gain traction. It's just been like, a year. So
yeah. It's just time for people to find you. Right. Right. So like you've just mentioned a few points regarding YouTube. It's the same thing as like you have to be consistent in the publishing of the content, and even YouTube will pay you if you have a certain amount of subscribers. That's another thing.
Yeah, I think it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. I think it's like in the last 12 months, YouTube would then start paying you, for, I think it's for like watch time or something. I can't remember. But yeah, like YouTube is a really, really good good platform. Really, really good platform.
Yeah. But again, it's videos. If that's your thing, if video's your thing, you can go with YouTube. Or the other option is to go with TikTok if you're a video type person. Now with TikTok, we have like a limited experiences with TikTok. We haven't used it much ourselves. I think you have used it more than I did. So like,
yeah, and even I haven't used it that much. So yeah, just for like simplicity's sake, I just kind of just kept to sort of grow my business on Facebook. So yeah, again, if you don't really want to be
real quick, because you mentioned for simplicity reason, like what is the reason behind that, just for our viewers to understand?
Yeah, so like even like when you see people, I think sometimes people see like someone like, let's say for example like Grant Cardone, right, who's just on like all of these different platforms, right? Like YouTube, I don't know, maybe on TikTok, like all of these different platforms, right? And then people come in, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to basically market on all of these different channels. I'm going to do YouTube, I'm going to do Facebook, I'm going to do TikTok, I'm going to do podcasts. They try and be in a million places at once, right? So it's about kind of like, we're not designed to kind of multitask, right? So you want to keep things simple and just kind of focus on one thing. So the best way to sort of explain this is if, like, let's say that you've got like 6 units of energy per day, right? And you divide that energy across 6 different platforms, you're only actually making small amounts of progress in each direction, okay? Because you're dividing your focus against 6 different platforms. Whereas if you channel all of that intention into one platform, you can make progress 6 times as fast because you're focusing on one thing. All right. So if you try to be on too many platforms, it's just going to overwhelm you. And I just want to say, when you see people that are on all of these different platforms, like usually they have a team there helping them do it. Right. They have people that are specifically good with Instagram. They have people that are, they may be good with Facebook. They have people that are good with, YouTube. Right. They may be sort of, recording some videos. They've got a team there, editing the videos for them. Right. It's like, it's really, really difficult. Trust me. Like, I've done it. Right. It's so difficult to just be in all of these different places, and you're only actually making small amounts of progress in each direction. So if you actually just focus on one thing, you're going to be able to make progress a lot faster. Usually people get overwhelmed because they try to be Superman. They ignore the advice that's given out and they just try to do everything. I've done it, and it's a quick way to burn out. And when people burn out, often they just quit. So just keep things simple. You don't need to make it any more complicated than it already is.
Right. Yeah. I just wanted to good point here, because like people tend to want to do many things at once, and that's actually the thing that's stopping them from progressing. Right. So like, we started talking about TikTok, right? So with TikTok, in case you don't know it, like it's a bit like 15 or 60-second videos you can make there. Is that correct?
I think I think so, something like that. I don't know. I haven't been on there for a long time. I deleted the app from my phone, so yeah.
Right. So like, there's videos, and the good thing about TikTok, I don't know if it's still like this, is that because it's a new platform, they will send traffic to you, and the algorithm, difficult word to say, will figure out if people like your video based on some metrics. So there's the potential of you, like one of your videos, to blow up and get like 500,000 or 1 million views overnight. But it's just like a possibility.
Yeah, it's a strange platform, man. Like, there are some people that are doing really well on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm honest, like I haven't really seen anyone like really crushing it on TikTok. Like, I see people making multiple 6 figures, which is, I guess, to a lot of people that is crushing it. But like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you said, it's an amazing platform. There's a lot of people on there as well. I think there's like more people on TikTok than there is on like bloody Disney, man, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's definitely, there's a lot of potential there. Like you said, it's just kind of short videos, and they're serving you a lot of traffic as well. So, or they can serve you a lot of traffic. So yeah, there's definitely potential there on that platform. You know, just to be able to kind of get your message out there in front of such a bit large audience. You know, TikTok will serve you audiences on their platform that YouTube you would have to wait for a year or so to kind of get that amount of people watching your stuff. So yeah, it's definitely potential there, but again, it's not really my thing. Yeah, we're probably not the best two to kind of advise you on which route to go down with TikTok. But any platform works. Like I said, it works for some. If it works for them, it can work for you too.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
And if you're more like video type person and you think like 15 minutes, 15 second, not 15 minutes, 15 second or 60-second videos, that's something you want to do instead of creating this like 10, 15, 20-minute YouTube videos. TikTok is a good platform for you.
Absolutely. 100%, man. But then again, it's like, it has that sort of like, it doesn't just kind of stop, does it? Like the videos, they can still work for like months as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure so much with regards to like the real estate in comparison to YouTube. Yeah, I've heard of like videos working for months and months on TikTok. Yeah, with you, I'm not too sure if they're going to work years down the line, but with YouTube, you definitely have videos that people will be finding them like 5 years later.
Yeah.
And that is like the really amazing thing about YouTube. That's what I love about it.
Right. All right. With that said, what's the next platform? Instagram.
Yeah, and then we could touch on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn's another really good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start with Instagram. You're gonna have to probably educate me on this one. I think I've joined Instagram for like joined it for like a few weeks and then kind of came off of it. Not even for business reasons. And then when we hit lockdown, I started the Tyson Fury workouts, which he was only doing through Instagram. So I had to go back on there. That's the only time I've spent any time on Instagram. So I know literally zero about that platform. So you're just going to have to kind of educate me on this one. And I know it's a really good platform that a lot of people have success on. So
yeah, it is.
I'll leave this one to you.
Well, I don't know too much about it. I think like there's a similar thing to Facebook. You have like stories you can put up and yeah, posts. And also you can do like, how are they called again? Like short videos, short 60 up to 60-second things. It's similar to TikTok thing.
Okay.
You can also reels, right? It's called reel. It's like up to 60 seconds, and it's similar to TikTok. So you can, because it's like when it was really new, and I think now it's still that way that you get like traffic put from Instagram itself towards your reels, because like when they bring up with new stuff, they want more people to do it and see it. That's why they give you free traffic in the start. I guess like Instagram is all I see on Instagram is like highlight reels of people, really, or food pictures. So I don't really know how people are making a lot of money with it. There's also like the content in and of itself is like shorter and more to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like on Facebook, sometimes there's like really long posts. Also, there's the possibility to live videos, just like on Facebook. So I guess, yeah, with that said, like I see loads of people having success with it, like you mentioned before. So I think, what is the real main difference between Instagram and Facebook?
Again,
Yeah.
I'm probably not the best person to answer this. And it's going to take a wild guess, but I see like Instagram's like a lot bigger on kind of like images.
Yeah.
I swear you could post like an image on
True.
Instagram and it would get a huge response. If you post that on Facebook, it'd probably just fall kind of dead in the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, I honestly cannot really comment properly because people are probably listening to this thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? I have no idea when it comes to Instagram, right? That is not something that, I don't know. It's just never been something that's really kind of jammed too well with me.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Again, it works. If you love Instagram, if you like could spend your whole day on Instagram checking whatever stories, reels, lives, pictures, then and why not like test for yourself? Do you like using this platform? I think we haven't touched on that. If you don't know, you said earlier that you want to pick one platform, but if you find out you don't like using this platform, or like for some reason it doesn't resonate with you, then you can go with another platform and test through the platforms to figure out which one is the one that you like most.
Mm.
If that
Exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you got anything else to add on this one then, or
Nope.
should we touch on LinkedIn? I'm not sure. Have you even used LinkedIn before?
Yeah, but not for any business reason.
Okay. So I'll take this one away with LinkedIn. So
Go ahead.
is like, it's amazing. I used to use it a lot when I was in like the gym niche. Yeah, when I was in the gym niche, I used to use it a lot. Like LinkedIn is very kind of, like you say, it's obviously kind of more like business orientated. So if you've just, for example, people that have that more kind of like B2B, business to business type, business that you have, like LinkedIn is amazing. But it's business across like all, it can work for, anything. It can work for affiliate marketing. And it's the reason that I liked it so much is it's very similar to Facebook. So like, like I said, the one thing with these different platforms where you need to sort of just pick one is like the different types of content are specific to each platform, right? So
Right.
what works on YouTube isn't going to work too well on Facebook. What works on Facebook isn't going to work too well on YouTube. What works on TikTok won't work too well on, on these other kind of platforms. So the content you create has got to be kind of specific. But with like LinkedIn, the content is very, very similar. So, and the one thing I really like about LinkedIn is just how targeted the searching is. So they've got something called the Sales Navigator. This is an upgrade if you can kind of pay for it. And it's just a really kind of powerful platform where you can just like, you can use LinkedIn to really nail down your targeting of who you're going to actually search for. Like the targeting on LinkedIn is so much better than it is on Facebook. I say that's one of like the major differences. Is you can really sort of nail down like exactly who you're kind of targeting, whether it's like CEOs, whether it's just employees, whether it's certain like age groups, like how long they've been in the business for like 5 years. You can really kind of target all these different things just for your organic marketing, which is it's amazing. Yeah, it's a bit hard for me to kind of explain here, but like yeah, it's a brilliant platform. I've used LinkedIn a lot in the past.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Like if you can can use this to track exactly who you want and who your product serves a problem for.
You can track, yeah, you can nail down exactly who you
Amazing.
want. Yeah, you can play around with it, do all kinds of different searches. But yeah, it's brilliant. It's amazing.
So you would say it's more B2B, or is it like?
Not necessarily. You can use LinkedIn for anything, man. It is very good for like B2B, but you can use it for like affiliate marketing. You can use it for other stuff as well. Like there's all kinds of people on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
It's
sense.
just more targeted. You know what I mean? If you're looking for someone specific and you're struggling to find them on Facebook, you can probably find them on LinkedIn. Using that kind of search tool.
Okay, sounds interesting.
It is. It's a very good platform.
All right. Anything more to LinkedIn?
I wouldn't say so much more to LinkedIn, to be honest. No.
Okay, then we could jump on to the next one. I think we've got left Twitter.
Yeah. Okay, Twitter. So yeah, again, this is something that I've probably logged into. This is like another Instagram to me. I've probably spent more time. Yeah, I've definitely spent more time on Instagram than I have on Twitter. I always forget about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really one that I know too much about, to be fair.
Yeah, it's more like there's more text and short text. Like not long posts. You could have posts where like you have a small text and then they comment below, so you open like kind of a thread. I don't know too much about Twitter myself too. I know it's like more text based. Of course there's gonna be pictures, but it's more like short statements and like maybe 1-2 paragraphs. And it's more like it's used to share a lot of news or what's going on in people's lives.
Yeah.
And short statements, and like I've seen people use Twitter and make like 20 grand a month. So definitely works. But I like you, I haven't used it too much. And to be honest, it's not my favorite platform. So yeah.
So to me, like Twitter's just like the only time I ever see anything from Twitter is like some celebrities posted something and someone shared the tweet.
Yeah.
Literally, like Twitter is one of those ones for me that's just kind of in the background. But again, I'm going to say to anyone, like, if you want to learn about any of these platforms, find someone that's actually doing well. They know what they're doing on that specific platform, and learn from them. Don't try and just sort of figure it all out on your own. It's going to be a slow, painful process if you do that. So yeah, that's got it. Like as Pascal said, if someone's making 20K per month from Twitter, and then it's proven to work, okay, but really kind of figuring out exactly what they're doing, that's a whole nother kind of ball game. So yeah, you just have to kind of really understand that some platforms are slower than others, some platforms are faster, but it goes without saying they all require consistent work to get them to work properly. So don't just jump into this thinking, right, okay, I can just create content for, I see like consistency in what you publish is so important. So important. Like I publish on Facebook like near enough every day. I may take like a couple of days off on the weekend, but it's like pretty much, sometimes I do like 4 days a week, but like most weeks I do like 5, sometimes 6 posts a week.
Yeah.
It's just that consistency.
Yeah, with that consistency, like the more you are consistent, the longer you are consistent, the more people will be able to see your posts, right? Like, just think about, you start posting for a week, then you stop, and all the other people that would have seen your content like 2, 3, 5, 12 months down the line, they will never see your content because you stopped.
Yeah, and you lose that momentum, man. So again, this is another reason why YouTube is just so powerful. It can be really a really slow process for some people, but this is why it's such a powerful platform.
Yeah.
Because you could lose to that momentum, but those videos will still be working for you. Just getting traffic, those videos will still be working for you, man. It's just, it just requires a lot of work to create videos, especially if you're editing them on your own. I think that sometimes takes longer than actually creating the videos themselves. If you can have someone there kind of editing them for you, that's great. But yeah.
All right. I think we touched on all the platforms, at least
the ones that came to mind anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's bound to be one other platform out there that we probably haven't
heard. Like I think Snapchat or something. But
oh man, yeah, I haven't heard of that for years. So I guess I don't really socialize with people too much, so I don't even know if it's still a thing. But yeah, like we've definitely touched on like the major sort of platforms. Again, there may be people making money off Snapchat. I've never heard of it before. Who knows? So yeah, those are like the main sort of platforms. So yeah, would kind of just, the important thing is just pick one, guys, and kind of run with it. If you pick the wrong one, you're not married to that platform forever. You can always change at a later date. But if you pick something, just commit to actually kind of showing up and putting in the work, because it's the only way anything's going to work in anything that you do in life, is really kind of just committing to putting in the work. So yeah, anything else to add there, Pascal, before we wrap this one
up? That's a good way to end this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good.
Awesome. Yep. So again, guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. If you got value from this video, don't forget to smash the love button, hit the subscribe button. Get my words muddled up then. and leave a comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are. And again, we want to know what topics you want us to cover in future podcasts. So please leave comments down below and let us know exactly what you want to hear from us. So any
Right.
last comments there, Pascal?
Nope. That's it.
Awesome.
Take
And
care.
Same as if anyone wants to learn about how you can get into affiliate marketing, again, as we've been talking about the platforms, Facebook specifically, there will be a link down below this video where you can click on it, and you can go through and you can watch some of the free training. So make sure you go and check those out. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will catch you on the next podcast.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.